everybody. Give me 1 second to check this. Okay. Things are happening over here. So, good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Andrea, and this is Geeky Girls Journal. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. I had some challenges before I entered on. So just bear with me. I'm just trying to work my way through this first part of it. I had a live stream set on my laptop, but then I decided that I needed to do it on my cell phone. So I had to change everything over. And then once I did that, it was set. And then when I tried to get on just now, it pushed me out. So hopefully this is a correct stream. If you are here, you're in the right place. And thank you for coming in. I hope that you all can hear me and see me okay. Let me check my laptop. All right, yeah, it's playing. Okay, I'm on the right stream. I'm on the right stream. Okay. All right, I had to check. I put my laptop in back of me so that I can look at it and make sure that I'm streaming properly because like I said, I had a bit of some difficulties. So hello, Jaden. How are you? Thank you for coming in. How's your day today? I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Or did I? I'm Andrea, Geeky Girls Journal. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome in. And if you are already a dreamer, you already know what to do. Everybody who's here right now, make sure you are ready to participate and engage because today we are talking about it. What are we talking about? Whatever we want to talk about because I did not come with a set topic today, but I have a couple things that I wanted to go over with you all. So I thank you for coming in. I was just at GA Girls live that she was on, and she may still be on there, but you all check GA Girl out. She is also trying to regain her monetization. So go over there and support her and give her some of your time. Hey, Bud Files, how are you? Yeah, give her some of your time and play some of those things. And the same thing here, I'm also trying to, as you all know, reach that 4K goal. And it's not a little bit, it's a lot challenging. And we're just going to continue to push forward. And with your help, we're going to keep it moving because you all are the super supporters. Super supporters. Bud Files, how are you this morning? How are you this morning? So I thought today's live was just going to be kind of easy breezy. I was thinking about yesterday and how we were talking about analytics and looking at the data. And if you are unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, you can go back and view that video. It's from yesterday. It's lengthy, but if you are a content creator, especially, you can definitely benefit from watching it. Miss V from Make This Go Viral LLC came in and she was very helpful and gave out some great information and points in which you can use if you are finding yourself having questions about your analytics. Me, I was getting very frustrated because I will look at the views on my actual video on a watch page and then look at the data in my analytics and I would see different numbers. So I was just like, what's this about? I don't understand. The reason I tell you that is you have to understand how to read the analytics the way that YouTube has it set up so that you can look at the numbers properly. I learned some new things yesterday and learned that sometimes okay, so some parts of what I was looking at for my analytics was for after the publishing. And in my mind, I thought, why not just combine all the numbers together? Like combine the crowd that was there during the actual live and the crowd afterwards. So combine those numbers and just show me the total amount and I'm all right. But that's not how it went. Hi, the Samuel family. How are you? Thank you. You are so kind. Thank you for coming in. Is this your first time? Right now, I usually come with a set topic, and I do have something to talk about today, but it's kind of an overview about a couple different things. So come on in here, enjoy yourself, engage, engage. We love the engagement here. If you are new, then you probably don't know. If you're a content creator, you can type in GGJ. That stands for Geeky Girls Journal. It's not case sensitive so that you can share your channel link with, I'm just assuming you're a content creator. Are you, the Samuel family? If you are, you can go ahead and type GGJ so that others that are here now and that come in later can connect with you. Hey, Charlene, how are you? Hey, Sweet Thumb. I see all my friends coming in here. I see all the dreamers. How are you all? Hey, dreamers. Hey, Charlene. Just saw you, didn't I, sis? Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a while, so I'm glad. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. Hello, loves in the chat. Sweet Thumb, good to see you again. Sweet Thumb, how are you doing over there with your plants and with your garden, with your herbs, with everything that you're growing and doing a good job? Hello, y'all. Yeah. So I I wanted to also talk about the challenge, so I can't forget to do that. I wrote it down. Just let me write it down real quick because I was trying to think about it last night, you all. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, yesterday during the live, hey Ruthie, hey girl, I see the people coming in from GA girl. Thank you all for coming in. Georgia girl said she was going to send you all over here, and she did. I had no doubt that she would. She's awesome. But thank you, GA girl. If you can hear me, thank you. And thank you all for coming in there from her live. I appreciate it, Ruthie and Sweet Thumb. Tell me how you all are doing. Fun fact, I was spelling it y'all, but it's spelled y'all. Okay, yeah, that's how I spell it. I didn't even realize you spelled it. Oh, okay. So in this live right now, you spelled it the correct way you're saying, but before you were spelling it YA and then LL. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I always spell it Y and then that little what's that apostrophe hyphen whatever. I can't remember the proper name for it. ALL, but the contraction symbol, y'all. I spell it that way. Yeah, I spell it that way. So I'm wondering if anybody has any questions about anything analytics based that we were talking about yesterday. And I'm only asking it because I have had lots of questions, and I was trying to, right before I got on live, I was looking at the analytics briefly, so I didn't really have a lot of time to look through it the way that I would have liked to. And as I was looking, I was just like, I wonder why they don't combine certain numbers together, and I wonder why they set things up this way and that way to format. But YouTube is YouTube, and they can set it up however they want. I just got to get on board. So it was very helpful with Miss V coming in. Miss V from Make This Go Viral. She also has another channel, it's a crime channel. But her coming in and explaining during the live how to look at those numbers. So if you are a little confused about analytics, or if you just want more clarity like I did, I wouldn't say I was completely in the dark or confused. I just needed more clarity in understanding why they put certain numbers in certain places, because in my mind I think the total should look like this, and why are you segmenting things? But it's not my platform, so I just have to learn how to do it. Hi, Wellness with Frugal Mama and Charlene Hill, Sweet Thumb. Ruthie is speaking to all you wonderful, wonderful people. Wellness with Frugal Mama, you had a great workout this morning. Great workout. I was actually at my daughter's volleyball practice while you were doing that, so I'm glad I was able to catch you. It's always a great time over there. Always a great time. And let's see, East Dad, hey, how you doing? Hey, East Dad, good to see you. How are you? How are you? So I'm glad that you all are coming on in here. So yeah, anybody have, I was gonna say any questions with analytics? I have to bring another specialist in. But I think that what I plan to do is to go back and review the video. It's 4 hours long. We did a 4 hour live yesterday. That was all you all too. That was all you all. So if you have any questions and you don't want to address them here, just go back and look at that video in pieces. That's what I plan to do. I'm going to look at it in pieces and see what I missed, because while I was trying to talk and be a host and all those other things, I may have missed some key points, and I don't want to do that. I want to go back and try to figure things out, so that if somebody asks me questions about analytics, I want to be able to tell them exactly what to do. And I learned some new things, like finding out who actually shares you out. There are parts in the analytics where you can go to and see who shares you out. So if you all don't mind, make sure you hit that like button. I know you have to go out and click it, but it's okay. Go out, click that thing, come on back in. I don't get the analytics. I'm a work in progress. Me, Charlene, do not feel bad, because I felt like, You know what? What I really want to say about the analytics is I just think it could be done differently. And like I said, I was gonna say who am I to say that, but I'm a child of God. I'm awesome. So I can't give you all my opinion about that. My opinion is just that I just didn't understand what Miss B was explaining. I was glad that she was able to break it down. And I'm a visual learner. So having that screen and being able to share it was helpful for me to be able to see what she was talking about. And I was trying to comprehend all the information. It was a lot of information at one time, but I definitely need to go back and look at it because I found myself trying to do all the other things like share the screen, listen to what she was talking about, and look at the chat, engage with the chat. So I don't want to miss out on very important information. But I did catch a question that I really had, and it was why. And you may have the same question, Charlene. I'm not sure, but I was wondering why the views were different on my actual watch page and why they were reporting something differently in my analytics in the YouTube studio. And Miss B gave me the answer to that question yesterday. So if you all have any questions right now, I'll try my best to answer it about analytics. I have 3 things I want to go over today about analytics, but I don't plan to keep you all longer than an hour. So somebody grab my coattail if we hit that 58-minute mark so I can let you go, because you all ran a marathon yesterday. So today let's make it a little bit more like a sprint. Well, it's not going to be a sprint. Sprint is in and out, but it's going to be a little less of a marathon, maybe like a 1K, 3K. Hey, Lisa, if I didn't say hey, Easter. Like the CRM, for instance, I don't get it. And see, I don't even know what the CRM is that you're talking about. It makes me want to. I have my laptop right here, so I can go to it right now and see what you're talking about. CRM. And Lisa's on here too. I heard she just went through all this stuff we're talking about, so maybe Lisa can even put some things in the chat. But if you can tell me what CRM is, Charlene, that might be a little bit more helpful. Then I can tell you exactly what it is that you're looking for. Let me go to analytics right now and see. I don't know what CRM is. What is CRM? Let me go through the chat and see if you said something. YT is pushing the verticals, most likely moving toward mobile devices. You know what, Sweet Thumb? That's an excellent point. I think you're right about that. Because once I started doing, and that's why when Miss V said yesterday that she would suggest that I do more vertical lives. You see, I did it today. I was listening, y'all. I was listening. See, my listening skills are getting better. No, I'm trying not to be as stubborn as well, because I know I like things my way, and I know I can't have things my way all the time. I have to make adjustments, and that's what I'm trying to do here, because if this is what YT wants, then let's give them more of it, right? So my only issue was that when I do it horizontally, I feel like I'm able to do more features. It doesn't look weird on the screen. Like if I do it in a vertical, it has this little picture, and I was just like, when I do it like this, it's okay. I feel like I'm up close and in your face. Hey, y'all, what's up? But yeah, I definitely think they're pushing it because they saw the success with shorts. So now they're probably like, hey, well, if shorts work, then more people are on their mobile devices and they could view an actual live better if it's on mobile. You know what I mean? Like if people are typically using their mobile devices, and I know for me, when I look at my analytics, it says the majority of the people use their cell phone or their mobile device when they're viewing my content. So that should tell me you need to do more things vertically and mobile. So if you have, if your audience is reflecting that those numbers and that data is showing you the same thing, you're gonna have to go mobile more. I mean, you're gonna have to go vertical. You're gonna have to do more vertical lives, is what I'm saying. And I use my mobile device. When I do it on my laptop, that's the part that kind of feels weird to me, because they give me the option on those platforms, Restream, that I use to do it horizontally or vertically. And when I do it vertically, it just, I don't know, the whole laptop thing and the vertical thing, it just throws me off. But gotta make those adjustments. Sweet Thumb, okay, everybody's saying hi. Awesome. Share. Thank you, Sweet Thumb. The click-through rate. Okay, that makes sense. Click-through rate gets me excited. What do you like about the click-through rate, Charlene? Customer relation manager. Okay, I learned something new today. CRM. Let me write that down. See, you all know I have to keep a pen and paper next to me because I like to look this stuff up. when you all give me new information. Customer, I don't know what, customer relation manager. Maybe that's because I don't have one. I am the customer relation manager for Geeky Girls Journal. I didn't know that. That's new. Okay, customer relation manager. When I go live from YT directly, I get more views but less likes. Ah, yeah. I've noticed that because I've done a few lives vertically since, because I was not even interested in using YT's live platform, like streaming live from there initially. And I think it was, I don't know, it was a while ago now that maybe a couple months back, or it might have been May or June. It might have been the end of May or June. But I was like, hey, let me go on YT Live because Buddha suggested that to me. And she was like, yeah, you should do it that way. Buddha and trending. And I was like, wow, I don't ever use that YouTube to go live stream because I always use Restream. So I was like, but you know what? And I like the bells and whistles of Restream. I like all the functions that I can use and, all those things. You all know. Restream and StreamYard, same thing. So to have to switch over to YouTube and do it was just a little bit different for me. But I agree, Charlene. I'm getting, especially if I do it on my mobile device, I get more views, I'm getting more reach, and that's what I need. I need more reach, I need more eyes over here. And I want to connect with you all. So speaking of connecting, if you have not typed GGJ, do that right now. Type GGJ so that Nightbot, because Nightbot should be working today. I think Nightbot is on duty. So type GGJ. It's not case sensitive so that you can drop your link, your channel link, and connect with other creators that are here right now because we have some awesome people that come to Geeky Girls Journal. I'm telling you all, I don't think it's any crowd on YouTube like the dreamers at Geeky Girls Journal. So you all give yourself a pat on the back today. Speaking of which, let me I'm going to talk about a couple of different topics at the same time so we can continue the analytics conversation, but I also wanted to make mention of the Be Yourself Challenge. That's what we're starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. So I'm starting a Be Yourself Challenge. I'm going to post something else about it. I have a post going up at 7 tonight, I think. But I wanted to make a flyer so that I can invite as many of you all as possible. So tell a friend and tell another friend, invite some family members. So we want to do a Be Yourself Challenge right here at Geeky Girls Journal. What does that mean for you? It just means that you are showing the world who you are, if that's how you choose to do it. Like, I just want to continue to encourage everybody to be themselves because you are special, you are smart, you are intelligent, you are all those things that God called you and that God says you are. So I think that you should put that on display and not be ashamed of who you are. And in this challenge, I want it to be, and okay, and this is what I'm about. So it goes right in line with Geeky Girls Journal. Be yourself. You can post a short, you can do a live stream, you can do an upload. That's a long form content. You can do a post. I don't really care how you do it. You can be as creative as you want to be. The point is, I want people to see more of your personality and more of who you are. And some people said yesterday they were awkward and all this stuff. It doesn't matter. God made you your beautiful, awkward self. So get on there, be awkward, be different, be unique, be all that, be whatever it is that you are. Get on there and share and show everybody how awesome you are. Now, the only thing I ask that you do is to use the hashtag be yourself and to tag me in your video, your whatever you do, because I want to be able to see what you've done. I don't want to miss out on how wonderful you are. So make sure you tag Geeky Girls Journal. That's put the @ symbol, Geeky Girls Journal. Now, somebody asked if you have a question about how long it is, it'll be for the entire month of July because I remember when I did the challenges a little while ago, this last year, I made one of the challenges like 3 days and the other one was 7 days. By the time the challenge was over, I had people posting way after the challenge. So yesterday, someone in the chat reminded me that, maybe I could do it for a month because that way people can still jump in, even if we're halfway or even if I'm 7 days in, they'll have the chance to still catch on and be a part of the Be Yourself Challenge. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to comment right now. After this video is posted, you can ask questions here as well, and I will answer your question. Or you can email me, geekygirlsjournal@gmail.com, or catch me on another platform. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, all those places. So if you want to know what those links are, you can just go to my bio. But anyway, I want you all to be a part of this Be Yourself challenge. Why? Because you're awesome. Be yourself. Show the world who you are and stop hiding. Don't be afraid. Come on out of that closet. Come on out of that closet. Like, when I was younger, I remember that song. I just thought about it. That they used to sing at church. It was get out that corner because you can't hide. Come on out of that corner. How was it? I'm trying to think of the beat. Get out, come on over because you can't hide. Point is, it was saying you hide. Get out of that corner. Come out. Be yourself. That's how I interpret it right now. I don't know the rest of the song, so don't worry about it. But, let's see. Ninjago Specialist. I have a mission for you. No thanks. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Oh, bye, Easton. Thank you. Hey, geeky girls watching and listening. Thank you, Frank. Thank you for coming over. Charlene, there are things about it I don't like. For instance, you can't chat unless you have another device, and you can't play things that you can if streaming from StreamYard. Yeah, that's right. It does have, it does not have as many features. I definitely agree with that, Charlene. That is why I was so hesitant to come over and do it this way. But this is also getting me more engagement. I feel when I'm on StreamYard, it's not StreamYard. When I'm doing Restream, I'm getting confused because I went into my StreamYard app today just to try to remind myself to go back to it to look at it and see what I need to figure out, because I know they've made so many updates since I did StreamYard. I was on StreamYard years ago, so yeah, I wanted to get back on there and see what they've done differently. But you're right, you cannot. It's a lot of things like pulling the chat up when you want to. Like if somebody's comment, you're not able to post it. Like right now, I can't just put somebody's comment up, but I can see the comments scrolling. So they both, it has its pros and cons. Hi, Frank. That's from Ruthie. Hey, Tim. Hugs to you. Hey, Tim. How you doing? Are you working today? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Thank you for coming through and dropping your link. I see you. Hey, Tim. Hey, Tim Windsor. That's from Ruthie. I'm sure you saw that. Smack those thumbs up. Look at you coming on in, reminding people again. Thank you, Tim. Let's show Geeky Girls some love and support. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Sweet thumb. Good afternoon, beautiful and live. Hey, Latoya. How are you? Latoya, did you see my short about pizza? About pineapple pizza? We got some people who don't like it. Ruthie, how Latoya, Tim, Charlene, everybody speaking. I love it. I'm all about it. Being yourself. I know you are, Charlene. Run the rules by me again, please, sis. Was that convenient? Oh, okay, yes. You can do it daily in any form, but focus on being. Yes. Perfect, Charlene. That's exactly right. I probably didn't explain the rest of it because I started thinking of other things and I get sidetracked. So with the Be Yourself Challenge, you all, hashtag Be Yourself and tag me at Geeky Girls Journal. You do not have to post every day. You don't have to do a short every day. You don't have to do a live stream every day, because some of you want to go live and talk about being yourself or whatever it is you want to do. There are no limitations on this. No limits. You do it however you want to do it. Be as creative as you like. In fact, use your creativity, because I love to see how creative you all are. I can give you some suggestions, but ultimately I like to see how creative you are. So you can talk about what you love about yourself. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about something that nobody knows about you that you want people to know about you. Are you an artist? Do you write poetry? Maybe you want to write a poem about being yourself and recite it. I'm just giving you some examples. Do whatever it is that you like. No limitations. Is for the entire month of July. So it's starting Wednesday. I started Wednesday because I wanted to give people the opportunity to think about what they want to do. And I had just all of a sudden thought of it Monday. So that gives people 2 days. Well, one day now, because it starts tomorrow, to figure out how you want to go about it. And it's nothing that you should be stressed out like, oh my God, I got to do it this way. No, you do it however you want to do it, as often as you want to do it. You post as often as you want to. I'm not your boss. So you do it however you want to do it. But hashtag be yourself. My the only thing I'm really requesting is that you are being your authentic self, because that is the whole challenge, to be yourself and to let everybody see your light shine. So that's what the rule is. And it's going to go all the way to July 31st, the end of the month. So you all have all this month to post about how wonderful and lovely and beautiful you are, how loved, right? How special, how all those things. Hey Jet, how are you? Thank you for coming in again. I saw you, was that yesterday? Thank you. It works well for my gardening lives though. Oh, okay, the YouTube lives does. Yeah, because you can just prop it up. Okay. I mean, I think we just have to know what works for whatever you're trying to do. This works actually, if I'm being honest, like this setup works better for me because I always have my cell phone on me. So I can just prop it up. It's propped up right now up against two of my daughter's books. So prop that cell phone up and just show your face. And if you are somebody that's trying to connect more with others and be more visible. I can't get my words out. Trying to connect more with others and trying to be more visible. If you have a cause, just get out there, show your face and show yourself and be you. That's all I can say about that. Be yourself. Be yourself, because if you're acting like anybody else, you're being fraudulent. You're being phony and a fake. I know we don't have any fraudulent, phony fakes in here, do we? I gotta catch up on a lot. I lost one of my favorite colors. Did you say you lost one of your favorite colors yesterday, Latoya, or am I reading that wrong? I got to catch up on a lot. I lost one of my favorite colors. How do you lose one of your favorite colors, Latoya? What happened? You lost a favorite color? Let me see. I'm so excited about this. I will change my Tea Tuesday live tonight to all about being, yes, do it, do it, do it. Yes. And also, that's the other thing that I was concerned about with doing my vertical lives like this. And I know you can invite this was okay, this was also why I prefer to do the lives on a platform. I'm just thinking about it because with this, like, I think, and somebody can tell me if I'm incorrect about this, you have to invite a guest ahead of time, like to invite, I forgot what it's called, but I know you can invite a guest here to join you on the panel. But what happens if you are talking like I am right now and I'm talking to you all and I say, hey, if you want to come on up and share your story, let me know. I can't just, how do I pull you up and say, hey, let's come on, and so you can talk about being as wonderful as you are and tell everybody about yourself? How would that work? I'm still, as you all can see, trying to work my way through figuring out a lot of these functions as far as this YouTube platform with the live, because it's not really what I'm used to using. Hey Lisa, how's it going? Hey LP, how are you? LP, I was just talking about the challenge. I don't know how long you were here, but LP was the one that told me, hey, you probably need to do it for a month. She didn't say it like that. It was very nice and it was very kind. It's just like, hey, a month, that'll be a good idea. So that's what we're going to do, you all, a whole month. So just think the whole month of July, you're just thinking about yourself. Be selfish for a minute and just think about what do you have that you love? Tell everybody what you love about yourself. If you like to do DIY projects, let us know. You might be able to connect with other people who like to do DIY projects. I like to do some DIY projects. My husband and I, we do a lot of those projects together. I like to paint things. I should be saying this stuff in my Be Yourself challenge, shouldn't I? I'm going to save it. If you all hear me say this again, that's because I just said it right now. I'm going to say it again. I just got here. Oh, okay. Good, 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 good. Lisa, yes, you have to invite while you're creating the stream. Yeah, that's what I don't like about it, because if I haven't told that person ahead of time, then it won't work out. But sometimes you have impromptu visits. Like yesterday, Miss V was an impromptu guest. She didn't know I was gonna be like, hey, Miss V, come up. And Lisa in here, Lisa was nudging her and was like, hey, Geeky Girls Journal, bring Miss V up. And I was talking and not paying attention to the chat the way that I should have been. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, bring her on up, Miss V. When Miss V first came in, I saw her and I was like, oh, she is a perfect person to enter this conversation. So for situations like that. It's you don't have the flexibility to be able to pull them up. Hey, Miss Betty, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I don't think you can do it after you start either, Charlene. If you can, I have not figured that out yet. But again, like I said, I'm trying to figure. I'm learning more and more and more. And on this one, I just hadn't seen that feature yet. Yeah, at least that's how it worked for me too. The same thing. I had the same experience where it said invite guests beforehand. And I was on here pushing buttons one time when I was live. And I think I pushed my way. Oh, I did push a button like this little. You all may not be able to see it now, but I can see it because this is my live. But it looks like one of those little film things. I pushed that button while I was live. And I was like, oops, I don't know what I did, but I probably just did something. I thought it was going to kick me out of this. But instead, it cut a part of this conversation for me. And I saw it later after I did my live, like maybe 2 days later. I was like, where did that come from? And I was like, oh, I think that's when I pushed that button. And that's exactly what it was. They cut, say I'm speaking right now at 31:02. They cut 31:02 until whatever point. It's called a highlight. It's called a highlight. Now I remember it's called a highlight. Hey Shan Tyman, how are you? Thank you for coming in. How you doing, Shan? So yeah, it's called a highlight. So if any of you see that while you're going live and then you go back later and you see it in your on your channel, that's what it is. It's a highlight from your live. I don't know. I know it did it from the live that I did one day. It was not yesterday, but it highlighted a clip for me. And when I went back, I was like, huh, I wonder what part they highlighted. So I went back and looked at it. I was like, oh, thank you. It was actually a pretty good clip. I think I even shared it. So yeah, I'm just letting you know. You can use that little, it looks like the movie thing when they go, lights, camera, action. That's what it looks like. So it's like a little box with three little lines on it. I feel like YT is pushing this format just to be like other platforms, not because it's better. You might have a point too. Sweet Thumb was just saying the same thing that he thought. Sweet Thumb was just saying before you came in, LP, that he thought the same thing, that he thinks YT is pushing this. And I agree with you all. I would agree because shorts have probably been very good to YT, and shorts just caught on. If you remember, once I don't know who was doing shorts first. Maybe TikTok. TikTok was doing shorts first. So when TikTok had that, and then they saw everybody on that platform just thriving with shorts and doing the shorts, and that audience wanted short form content that you can hurry up and swipe, because people don't feel like sitting down a lot of times in lives. They just want something real quick, boom, boom, boom. Shorts will do it for you. So I think now when YouTube saw that, they started the shorts, as is everybody else did. Instagram jumped on Reels, Facebook jumped on Reels, and so they were able to use the shorts. But then once they saw the power of the short in that vertical live format, I think they also thought, and I was like, hey, if this works for shorts, maybe they can capture that same audience. These are just my thoughts, you all. You can tell me what you think. Maybe they can capture that same audience with doing a vertical live, because more people are on their mobile device, cell phone, looking at videos. There aren't a lot of people, at least according to my analytics, there aren't a lot of people that are watching it on their television. They're not watching it in a horizontal format. They notice everybody has a cell phone. Just if you think about it that way, everybody has a cell phone. So it's going to be a cleaner format for them to watch it this way. And if this is what they're pushing out, if you all are content creators, I'm just saying, jump on it. Jump on it. Maybe this is what will help you to be more visible. I'm testing it out. I'm trying it. I'm testing it for you all. And like I said, when I finish my vertical lives this way, I have more views, as opposed to when I do it in a horizontal format. If it's turned sideways, if I do it that way, my views are like 40, 30, 40, 50, somewhere in that range. Sometimes it gets up to 100, like 100 and something, but so far, when I've been doing it this way with vertical lives, I get more views. So if you're anything like me, and if your channel is anything like mine, if you're experiencing the same results, if you're getting more views doing it this way, I would say this is the way to go. Try it out. Test it out for a month. Like Miss V told me yesterday, test out doing pop-ups for a month. And I'm gonna try to do that. I mean, I'll see how that works out for my schedule. You're always so welcoming and friendly. Always a pleasure coming to your life. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Shan Time, because sometimes I'm like, woo, I'm just trying to be myself over here, you are. So if you like a welcoming, friendly person, that's me. Now sometimes, y'all, when people come in here, like I have to say something. I don't know if they think I'm welcoming and friendly because I'll have to say, hey, listen, please don't talk in here like that. I still say it nicely, but they might not think I'm too welcoming and friendly because I correct them. Now, my husband told me I should try a different theory. I should try something different. He's like, listen, it doesn't matter if you over here trying to correct people when they come in, telling them don't come in alive talking like this and all this stuff. What I need to do, and tell me if you all experience the same thing. When you have somebody come in that's considered a troll, how do you respond to that person? Just let me know in the chat. Then I'll tell you what I got to say about that while I'm reading these comments. Thank you very much. Hey, GA girl. GA, thank you so much for sharing my link with your audience and bringing them on over here. Because I saw them coming in, Ruthie and Frank and some other. YouTube is copycat TikTok with the shorts. Yeah? Got you running informative. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, GA girl. I agree with you about this and shorts. Yeah, LP. Absolutely, because that is what I've come to. That's the conclusion I've come to. It has to be because why else would they be pushing shorts and vertical live streams? And the shorts have a shelf by themselves. And I can't remember, I'm thinking when they first came out, they had the short shelf, right? They still had their own thing going. It's almost, to me, it almost seems sometimes like it's shorts and then it's long form content. Like they're two separate things, but they're working together. Working together in the sense that you can put both of them on your channel and try to you also, you know what, let me tell you all something. You can use both shorts and both long form content and lives because we still have those three things and posts. They also do posts now. Like I feel like everybody just does what everybody's doing what everybody else is doing. When somebody sees something that's working, I'm not knocking it because I'm a business owner as well. It just, when they see things that are working, they're going to implement it. That's what I understand. They're going to implement it. But if the only thing is it doesn't make it unique to that particular platform anymore. Like everybody knew TikTok to be for shorts, right? Now everybody does it. So to me, it's not unique anymore. Hey, is that my brother? Hey, brother. Yeah, hey, is that my brother or my daddy? One of y'all. I can't remember what GA girl. Let's see, I have to go back. I agree with you about this in shorts. Right, Frank, LP said right. Frank said, what GA girl is the real truth? She sure is. GA girl, that's my girl. I know Frank is the truth. You are right. Yeah, that's the truth. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, daddy. Or brother, which one are you? Reveal yourself. No. We are GA Troopers. Yes, we GA Troopers got to stick together. I can still remember when I first met you and I came in. It was when I started really considering coming back to this platform because I had in 2015 I actually started. I didn't start like creating content like that. You all, my history is I jumped on YouTube because my husband was like, you need to be on YouTube. You need to be on YouTube. I was like, what is that? And why am I concerned with YouTube? I'm on Facebook and I'm on Twitter. And for me, that was enough. That was too much. I was like, I'm doing Facebook, I'm doing Twitter, I'm trying to establish my business. I already was overloaded. I didn't want to do anything else. I didn't want to do Twitter either. But I was like, okay, that looks like that's the thing. I better jump on. And I jumped on there late. But I was able to create a pretty good sized community there, much bigger than YouTube. I ended up having 12,000 at some point, which was really good for me because none of my other platforms have reached that number. But I was like, I don't want to do anything else. And he was like, well, at least create an account. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'll create an account just so that nobody else will take the name Geeky Girls Journal. So I wanted to make sure I put my stamp on YouTube and I took that name because, I didn't want anybody to take it. Then I would have had to think of something else. And I wanted all my platforms to kind of match. No, I wanted them to match, not kind of. I wanted all the platforms to match and say the same name so that when people look for Geeky Girls Journal, they can look for Geeky Girls Journal anywhere. All you had to do is know the name. Now you got Twitter, whatever. So yeah, that's why I created it. And I didn't really put any videos up. I just wanted to, have my account established. And I did that for a few years. I think I ended up putting one up I think I put one up in 2015 when I was pregnant with my daughter. That was because I was doing a GoFundMe, which just nobody went to GoFundMe. And I was pregnant. I did that video, and that was the only one I put up. You all can look back. I still have it up on YouTube. And I was so tired. I was breathing hard. I think I was about 8 months pregnant, maybe 9. I was just, wait, April? Yeah, I was, woo. If you all go, you'll see me. We are GHU. Hey, we have to stick together. I actually was in your YouTube wishes yesterday watching your live stream. And mine, Frank G, thank you. Proud of you. Keep on pushing. Thank you, GA girl. I'm proud of you all too. Oh, it's my dad. That's my daddy, y'all. Hey, Dad. How you doing? See, and sometimes my father, he look at him jumping on out, being himself. Not in the bushes. Hey, GA girl. Hey, Willie Mays. That's from Ruthie. Yeah, you all keep saying hi. And if you are here and you're a content creator, don't forget, type GGJ. So, y'all, jump in on that Be Yourself challenge. I'm telling you, it's not perfected right now because I thought about it during the live yesterday. Everybody who was here will tell you. I was just like, "Ooh, let's be yourself. Let's do a challenge." And I asked the community and they were like, "Hey, let's do it." So we're doing it. Listen, no rules. Just don't put anything on there inappropriate. When I'm saying inappropriate, make sure you don't have things hanging out because I don't want, if children are viewing this channel, this is a family friendly channel, first of all. So we don't want to have inappropriate things on there. And I don't think I need to go into what inappropriate is. You can look it up in the dictionary, but just don't be inappropriate, right? We're talking about being yourself. So be yourself. I don't have to say try to have the love of God because I know not everybody believes in God, but just try to think I'm being myself. No, be yourself. Just be yourself. I said I wouldn't put rules on it, but I'm just saying, please, please, oh please, don't come on here doing anything lewd and disrespectful, and don't be belligerent. Not all that stuff. I have an appointment. I'm listening. Thank you, GA girl. I really do appreciate it. You have a wonderful daughter. Good work, Willie Mays. Aw, that's so nice, LP. Hey, Geeky Girls Daddy. You all know what, too? Oh, tear. Because I'm a daddy's girl at heart. I'm a daddy's girl. My father will tell you. He is in here. I'm a daddy's girl, so I love it. Thank you, LP. That was so kind of you. Hey, LP. No, hi, LP. That's from Ruthie. GA Girl said, I remember you are doing great. Glad we are still connected. Me too, GA Girl. I'm not going to ever disconnect from you all. If you try to disconnect, I'm going to be like, GA Girl, where you go? Where you at? No, see, because I like to connect with real people. And when I say real people, I'm not talking about people who are human beings who are in the flesh. Yeah, of course you're a person. I'm talking about people that are genuine. I especially love to connect with people who love Jesus. Now, I love people who are being real, who love Jesus. I like everybody else too, right? I'm just saying, it's a special place in my heart for those people who are being themselves. That's why I said, let's do this Be Yourself challenge. And me, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of things right now that I would talk about in being yourself. And you all, just so y'all know, I'm not gonna post every day. Hopefully y'all don't expect me to post the Be Yourself every day. Maybe I'll do a pop-up live. It's easier for me to just jump up like this and say something, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna let Jesus work it out because I don't have all the answers. Ruthie, LP said hello. Hello there. Sorry, hello, Geeky Girls Dad. Oh, don't be sorry. My daddy is cool. Y'all, he is cool. He real cool. Like, he knows how this chat thing goes. Yes, I was your live stream. You were in my live stream, Frank. I made the bushes thing before everybody. Frank, you probably did too, because you were on to a lot of this stuff before we know it. GA girl was talking about that in her live. So I believe you when you said that. You hanging out in the bushes, did you have a nice cool drink? Because it's hot over here in Maryland. I know you know, because we're in the same parts. So hello there. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keish. How you doing, Keisha? Hello there, Andrea. It's 12:43 p.m. and I'm glad you said what time so I know how far behind I am. Ooh, I'm actually keeping up today with the chat. Hey, Andrea's keeping up. Andrea's keeping up with the chat. with the chat. Hey, I'm just keeping up. It's 12:47, so I'm only 4 minutes behind. Thank you for that time check, Keisha. I'm going to leave you running on the PC. Got lots of errands to run this afternoon, but giving my beautiful geeky girl support. You are so sweet. Hope, hello, chat from Keisha. Hope everyone is well. Hey, Willie Mays, Andres' dad, coming through incognito. Yes, yes, Keisha. If you only knew, that's my dad for real. I call him Houdini because he is Houdini. And if he is still in here, he knows what I'm talking about. He's probably laughing and wondering why I'm putting his business out there in the street. But he is very incognito. And that's my daddy. That's my daddy. Geeky girl, I'm in the background. Miss Betty, I know you are. I can tell. I feel you. Jaden said hi to Keisha. Jaden said hi to I am Betty J Gathers. LP said hey to Keisha. We're at 45 minutes already. And I have not said anything about life and death. That's okay, because I can still say it. I told you all an hour, so I'm going to let y'all go. Don't let me forget. I got to let y'all go because people got things to do. What are the parameters to the challenge? None. None, LP. No parameters. Well, let me box y'all in for just a second. Just a minute. Because the parameters are only that I want you all to be yourself. That's it. That's it. That's all. Be yourself. Post as much as you like or as little as you like. Use a hashtag. I know I'm saying a lot. I'm going to make a flyer today because I put a post up on the community tab yesterday, and another one is coming up tonight. I think I scheduled it for 6 or 7, so you'll see it there. But I'm also going to create. My plan is to create a flyer. I just need a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. Maybe I can do it if I stop running my mouth and get off of here at 1 hour. Then I can just try to go create it really quickly before I start doing the other stuff I need to do today. So if you all don't see a flyer, y'all just check those reminders on the community tab. That's where it's going to be. And I was also thinking maybe I can try to do a little short. And maybe I'll start it off. I'll kick this thing off with a short, being yourself. So maybe that's what we'll do. Let me know if y'all want me to do that. Then we can just start it like that. And I plan to make a playlist, LP. LP gave me a great suggestion. GA girl, I know you were busy, but I think LP, somebody mentioned your name, GA girl, and said I should look at the way that you put your stuff in a playlist. And if you don't say anything, I'm just gonna have to go to your channel and figure it out. Figure out what how I can make it work for me in this challenge. I think they were saying to when everybody tags Geeky Girls Journal in their video, I can create a playlist and then just add all those videos or whatever to that playlist so that everybody can see the Be Yourself challenge and the Be Yourself playlist. And we can just do Be Yourself all day long. All right. Yes, Frank G. Yeah. So if anybody has any more questions, LP, that was a great question. Thank you for asking because I might be talking too fast. I talk fast, so people, new people who come in may not be able to keep up with what I'm saying. So I'm glad you said that to make me slow it down a little bit. So yeah, be yourself. That's all I'm asking you all to do. Be yourself and let your personality come across in your video or in your posts, however you can do that. But just be yourself. I think if you're being yourself, that should be the easiest thing to do. But I'm challenging everybody because sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. Does that make sense? Sometimes it's the hardest thing to do for people because they have been conditioned to be a certain way. And now you completely forgot about how you really act or how how you really forgot those things that make you you. You really forgot how loving you are, how naturally giving you are because maybe somebody hurt your feelings a long time ago and now you don't want to give to others anymore because of something, right? Or now you don't speak to people anymore because you spoke to people your whole life and then somebody finally said something, shot you down, and now you're like, oh, no, I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm going to just walk straight ahead. So I'm just saying, just be yourself and continue to be yourself. Don't let other people determine and dictate to you how you're going to be. You're supposed to share your light, shine your light. Remember that song? I think somebody dropped it in the chat yesterday. This is the light of mine. Let your light shine. This is the light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. That's something I like to do. I will break out in a song and dance in a minute. Before I came on here, I was doing something with my daughter and I just started dancing. I was like, give me, doing like jazz hands and, doing some extra stuff. And that's me. I just break out of nowhere. You be like, what in the world is she doing? Jaden, hello. That's from Miss Betty. Okay, headed every day, but you running. Thank you, Keisha, on the laptop. She's saying, hey to Jaden. I'm Betty J. Gaddis, LP, Frank G, LP, who else? GA Girl, Shan Tyrement, and Latoya. I think she got everybody. You got to be incognito. I respect that. Sometimes you do. You got to be in and out and be quick. What do you mean running on a laptop? Well, what she's talking about, Jaden, when she says running on a laptop, and you just took the message back. I don't know if you want me to answer that or not, but I will. When she says running, she's just gonna let me play. Right? Let me play because she wants to hear me. If like a lot of people will say running too, Jaden, if they're doing other things and they still want to enjoy your live stream or your video, so they're gonna play it. So that's what they mean, run it. And when I say run, when I tell y'all to run for me, run a marathon, run a sprint, run a marathon if you can, but a sprint is great too. That means play the videos, play my videos, play my lives if you have time, because I know people have lives and sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. That is just people showing support to other people. And I take the support however I can get it. You all have heard me say this time and time again, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I don't care how you support me. You support me however you want. You support me in a way that's within your means, right? Because you don't have to do it. So 30 seconds of your time, 10 minutes of your time, an hour of your time, whatever you're willing to give, thank you very much. I receive it. See that? Both my hands are open. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes, perfect. Do a short and kick it off. All right, I'll do that. Hey, Keisha. I'll try to do it tonight. You're the bomb. I'm glad I'm here. I'm here listening. I see you, GA Girl. I'm not familiar with GA Girl. Hey, but yes, I was talking about playlists. That's how I try to keep track of challenges and direct people to other participants. Yes, GA Girl is actually right here in the live. You probably already connected with her, but if you didn't, drop your link and maybe you and GA Girl can connect. She is awesome. She talks about Jesus too. She talks about health, wellness, taking care of your body and all those things. So if you're into, making sure that you are being a healthy individual, she was right before I went live today, she was talking about consuming water, like what are the benefits of consuming water. So go over there, check her out. She was talking about it and connect with her. Let's see. You do talk fast. I was trying to tell you. See, it's your own people. I can't even help it. I talk fast. I'm trying to slow it down. But then that would be me not being my authentic self. Then I sound robotic. I think it's a great challenge. Thank you, LP. Frank G, laugh out. Frank, you agree? Frank, you in agreement with that? I already know that. I already know. Willie Mays, she's got a lot to say. Got to get it out. I sure do. And he knows that. He knows that out of everybody. Well, she can say it slowly. No, I cannot. I have to say it how I have to say it, fast. And let your light shine. See? Thank you, mother. So look at my family coming in here showing up. Hey, fam. Thank you, Jaden. Yes, running. Run it, run it, run it. I support you. See? There we go. My father, see, he'll talk about me, then he's to support me. Hello. Hello, Terry Mays. It's from Ruthie. It doesn't mean you have to actually run. It means running the live stream. That's right. You don't have to run. You don't have to go running. We're not asking you to go out there and break a sweat in this heat because that's what you're going to do. We're just saying run the live stream. Thank you for explaining that, Frank G, and for that clarity. Gotta love our daddies. I know, LP, these daddies, boy, they'll put you on the spot, don't they? Hello. Hey, Mom. How you doing? Thanks. I share you out. I know you did. There are people that I know are going to share me out and try to help any way they can in supporting this channel. And I appreciate it however you all do it. And I'm not going to be on here trying to persuade anybody and coerce to anybody to do that, because that's your own choice. Like, you do it if you want to do it. If the good Lord touches your heart to share it out, just share it out. That's what I do. If I want to share somebody's content, I'm sharing it. And I don't expect anything from them in return. I'm just glad that people out here are supportive and are sharing me out. So I wanted to talk about the power of life and death in your tongue. It's 54 minutes in, so this should be pretty quick. Oh, moms. Yep, my mama's here too. Hello, Geeky Girl Mom. She said, hey, you welcome. Thank you, Frank. Hey, Terry Mays. Thanks for coming in. Sit back, relax, and join the conversation. Hi, Geeky Girl family. You raised an awesome young lady. Y'all are too kind. Look at that. Y'all are so sweet, but keep talking. What else? No. So what I want to say, see, my parents, they should chime in. We got an elder in here and a missionary evangelist. Hi, Geeky Girls Mom. So I I'll make it quick because I said an hour. It might be an hour and 5 minutes, but it's going to be still by the hour mark. So the power of life and death is in the power of your tongue. I want to say this, and you all can chime in however you want. Yes, good work raising this young lady. Young lady, oh, y'all say I think I'm young. That's, look at me. Is my skin glowing today? I put some oil on it because it was ashy. So that's why. But so life and death are in the power of your tongue. And I thought about this because yesterday, when I was on a live stream talking about the analytics, you all remember this. I said something about finances. It wasn't like a whole conversation, but I brought up finances, and I remember, I won't call any names, but somebody said something about broke. So I just want to remind you all that yes, a lot of times we feel like we are that word that I just said. I'm not going to say it again. BR, that word. But perhaps we should start saying, I'm rich, because that's why I changed it. I'm rich, I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, I'm blessed. Because if the power of life and death are in your tongue, and we all know that your tongue is a very powerful muscle. Yes, it's small compared to the other muscles that you have in your body, and it's not as big a muscle as your arm or your thighs or things like that. Hey, Evelyn. Hey, yes, sir, I will, Nightbot. Yes, good work raising this. Okay, yes, sir, I will, Nightbot. That's my mama. Hey, Evelyn, how you doing? This young lady is coming in. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for coming in. I hope you're getting something from these conversations because you know what? It makes all the difference. You're young. You're young. So that's a blessing. And it's a blessing that you had decided to walk with Christ at that young age. So I'm telling you that because sometimes you don't have, I'm not saying you, but sometimes people don't have people in their life at a young age to say, you're making the right decision. This is the best choice you will ever make. So hopefully when you come here, you feel that, love, and you can see me shining my light bright. And I just want you to continue on your walk, young lady, and keep connecting with other Christians, other people who love Christ. They don't have to just be quote unquote Christian, but people who love Jesus, people who love God. I want you to stay connected to them because sometimes the reason I said Christian is because sometimes I feel like that term is watered down right now. Everybody is saying Christian, Christian. I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, but they're not shining their light. They're not shining their light. And I'm not here to judge, but what I'm saying is if you say you're a Christian, I want you to act like a Christian because being a Christian is being Christ-like. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect. I'm not at all there. I will never be there. You won't be there. But what I'm saying is if you are using that term, please, oh please, let people see your fruit. Let them see your fruit. Yeah. Because it's very easy to behave in a negative manner. And also, that'll take me back to the power of life and death is in the power of your tongue. Evelyn, thank you for the hearts. That's so sweet. I'm back. Got a call to the office. You got to go? Do you have to go in? That is a blessing. It is, Frank G. It is. It is such a blessing. Like she caught on to this at just the right time and just right at the age. And I think that I know that God places people in our lives in different seasons for a reason. So, Evelyn, I'm your reason to continue in Christ. I'm here to tell you, keep on going. Keep going. Don't get distracted. Don't allow other people to deter you. Don't allow other people to influence you. You pray, ask God to order your steps and to lead you and to guide you and to continue to do his work in you as he is with me and with others that are here on that chat. So remember, you're never alone. If somebody wants to tell you, you're alone in this walk, you're not going to do it, you can't make it, being a Christian is hard. It's tough sometimes. There are going to be challenges, but it says that there are going to be challenges in the Bible, so there are no secrets. We were told there's going to be challenges. So you walk and you do the best you can, and just remember, with God all things are possible. Allow him to do that work. You there are some things you're not going to be able to do. It's going to take God, it's going to take the Holy Spirit to convict you and to keep you going. And I'm just not just talking to Evelyn. I don't want to make this just about you, Evelyn. It's to anybody who is listening, who feels sometimes that their walk is a little bit shaky, right? If you feel like your walk is shaky and you can do a better job, do a better job. It's Do a better job. We have access to the Father now. We didn't have that back then. Remember, you used to have to go back and do all these different rituals to have the priest go and do this and come, and you couldn't go beyond a certain point. He couldn't go beyond a certain point. Now we have Jesus Christ. So it's no excuse, absolutely no excuse as to why you cannot have conversations with your daddy. Not my daddy that's in the chat, but the Father, God. So you having a bad day? Call Jesus. If you have a bad day, call Jesus. Y'all remember that song? GGJ, thank you for dropping your link. Tim, talk pastors in the back too. Yep. Everybody. Hey, Noodle Gamer, how you doing? Hey, Among Us. Hey, so what are you doing right now? I'm talking about Jesus right now. Do you remember me? A little bit, Noodle Gamer. Hi, Evelyn. Right on. Thank you, Frugal Mama. Noodle Gamer. Amen. Hey, Noodle Gamer Among Us. So yeah, you all don't be distracted about the cares of this world. I'm not gonna even start. Oh, I'm an hour in. Give me 4 more minutes, and I wanted to talk about the tongue. So the tongue is very powerful. And when I say powerful, I'm talking about the language that you use and the words that you're using. So with this challenge, be yourself. Be mindful of the wording that you're using, okay? When you're going about your daily life, that means every day when you wake up in the morning, thank God for waking up. First of all, because he ain't had to do it, but he did. He woke you up, the sun's shining, the birds are chirping. Say thank you. And also, like I said, the power of death, life and death is in your tongue. A lot of people don't believe in that, but it is. Why do you think that sometimes when you say things, when you said something in the past, now it comes back and you're like, man, now it happened. So and I know all of us are probably working on that. There are sometimes I say something like that. Have you ever said something you're like, man, I wish I wouldn't have said that or said it that way? So then now you have the choice the next time to, think about what you say before you say it. And that's hard to do sometimes, because sometimes maybe you're just casually talking and then you might slip up and say something and you're like, oh man, shouldn't have said that. So yeah, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to kind of make notice and say, listen, I want all of you to be successful. I want all of you to reach a level of spirituality that, whatever that level is for you that God wants you to be at. I want you all to just max out on being the best person that you can be. And it's not going to just take modifications. It's going to take transformation. A modification is like, if you see something like, oh, I got to tweak that a little bit. No, it's going to take more than that in some situations. It's going to take a transformation in your life. It may be not drinking. It may be not smoking. It may be not doing whatever it is that you're going to do. That hard stuff. It might be not being judgmental of others. That's sometimes a fine line, because sometimes I see things, for example, and then I'm gonna let you all go. I was reading these articles. I read about 3 or 4, and it was in regards to the recent church scandals. And some of you may know what I'm talking about. Some of you may not. I'm not going to call anybody out, because that's not what I do. I'm not exposing people. I'm just using this for an example. So I was reading it and reading what happened. And I'm like, but it didn't go into great detail. I was just getting the information from the media. So we all also know that the media, it's their job to put out information. Now, whether they have all the details or not, Most of the time, they don't. It's information, and you have to say allegedly this happened. So I'm going to say allegedly these things happen with, leaders of the church. And I was just thinking, like, I wonder if, this person, like, okay, this may be a little bit hard to explain. The way that I thought about it, I was reading it and I had this conversation with my husband, and he made me think about it. He gave me a different perspective. And at face value, I almost felt like, am I being judgmental of this person? Because I don't want to be judgmental. But I was also thinking, like, I know it says if you're facing something that call on the elders of the church. And I was like, I wonder if, they took a long time to repent, or if they repent. Like, okay, this is my question. Without saying, it's hard to say it without saying what the actual scandals were about. But I'll just say this: in both situations, the people that were accused, they knew that this was happening over a course of time, like an amount of time, years. And I was wondering why all of a sudden it's being brought up now. Like, we're talking about, in one case, over 20 years. Over 20 years. So this is something that this person has been experiencing for this whole time. And I was just like, I wonder if they repented then. And the thing is, repentance is not, it's not for me to judge when and how somebody repented. That's something between that person and God. But I think I was just thinking, okay, I can just say it. I can just say it. This way you all won't be in the dark and be like, what is she talking about? I can't even understand what she means. But this person allegedly had some sexually immoral behavior toward a minor while they were an adult. And they continued to do sexually motivated things to this person. And as a woman, I was just a little bit taken back, a lot taken back, not even a little bit. I was a little upset. I'll be honest with y'all. I was a little upset because I'm like, man, this story is very common. Like, this happens so much with people. And this, as I kept reading, and again, I'm reading what the articles say. I had not had a conversation with this person, so I don't want to be judgmental of them, but I'm just saying, in my humanness, I was thinking, I wonder if, how was this person, what did their process look like while they were going through this? Were they addicted? Were they, were they truly sorry when they were doing these things? Or did they just repent and come clean because they were exposed? So that's my question. They were doing these things over the course of years, and then a young lady finally told her father. This is what I read. It was revealed. She told her father. And then, the person was set down for like 2 years, but then they came back. And so I was wondering, I'm like, I wonder if that person would have repented, or did they just repent and ask for forgiveness because they were exposed? And I was having a conversation with my husband, and he was like, well, that's not really for you to decide. And I'm like, you're right. It's not for me to decide. That's completely a conversation between them and God. But he said something that made me think about it differently. So how you have the different you have the different systems, judicial systems. You have executive, judicial, and which one am I missing? Executive, judicial. I can't remember the other one all of a sudden. But the legislative, executive, judicial, legislative. So he was helping me to think about it, because I'm a visual person again, as in this way. Okay, so God is the ultimate judge, right? So God will forgive you over and over and over again, time and time again. And he doesn't need anybody to say, hey, I think you need to forgive that person. He doesn't need anybody to persuade him. God is God all by himself, and he's going to do it. That's why you can be forgiven every day, all day. Like, you can be forgiven. You can continue to be forgiven. You can continue to repent. And what is repentance? It's another mindset. It's another way of thinking about things. Asking God to forgive you of the sin that you committed, or of your sins, and having that honest conversation, and then try not to fall into that same pattern again. But I know sometimes things happen, they're reoccurring. This is the way my husband was explaining to me. He's like, well, maybe that person, he's like, they might have just continued to do it. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Because what if you're somebody that doesn't have that same issue, but your issue is lying, lying or stealing or something like that. And you might say, God, forgive me for doing it, but then you might continue to do it. That doesn't mean that that person wasn't sorry when they did it the first time. And I was just thinking, like, at first I was like, well, how can a person be sorry if they continue to do it and do it again? Right? Because in my mind, I was thinking, if you're truly sorry and you do it, wouldn't you be like, all right, I don't want to do it again? But if it's something, I guess, that's a hard habit, for lack of a better term, to break, and you need only God's intervene. God is the only person that can change your heart and help you out in that situation. Then I guess it's something that's going to be kind of habitual. So I was just kind of thinking about it. I was like, well, hopefully that person didn't just do it because they were exposed, but hopefully they really had a genuine heart and say, I repent, and I repent of my sins and I don't want to do this again. Help me out, Father. That's more what I was looking for. But the way that I was saying it, I guess it kind of came across in a judgmental sense, like, why aren't they, or why would they continue to do it over and over again? And that the moral of the story is, it wasn't for me to I can have my opinions, and it wasn't even really for me to judge that person's situation. I had to just kind of say, okay, whatever their relationship was with that other individual, that's something they had to get right with God by themselves. And I did not expect to be a party, somebody who's a participant, somebody who's like, hey, I need to be here to make sure you repent. But I understood the way that my husband was explaining it to me, that, okay, so we have God right here who forgives you of all those things. Now, as a human, we I tend to look at some things differently. Like, how could that person do that to that individual? Or what makes them want to do that? But when I was expressing that, I saw another side of it. I was like, am I being judgmental in saying that? Am I being judgmental and being like, well, what makes this person want to do that? And I guess so. And what I don't want to be is that, because I don't want that job. I don't want that job at all. I want God to keep it, because if I had to judge people according to some of the things they did, I don't know, especially when it comes to molestation and child abuse, all mine seem to be connected with with kids, or domestic violence or something like that. Somebody like just going wild on a woman. Those things I would be like, okay. So he was like, hey, we have the court system that deals with that. And then that court system judges differently than God does. Like, God, he's going to forgive you. He forgives, he forgives, he forgives. Now, humans, we might be like, hey, that person needs to go to jail for doing that. And they have to pay the penalty. They got to pay the price for what they've done. I don't know if this made any sense the way I was trying to explain it. I was trying to explain it without telling other people's business. So hopefully I didn't do a poor job of doing that. But basically, I was just telling you all I didn't want to be judgmental. And before you leave out, remember that life and death is in the power of your tongue. Say those things that you want to come true in your life. I want to be a millionaire. Say that. Say I want to be a millionaire. Say I'm healthy. Say I'm blessed. Say I'm wealthy. Say I am smart. If you're a person that struggles with something, call it out. You acknowledge that. Then you can say, hey, look, Jesus, I want to do better at this. I want to be a better person. Help me to be a better person. And say what it is that you want. I believe that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So I believe that you can speak those great things into your life. I really do. So let's speak those great things into your life. You all, I want 4K. I'm speaking it into an existence. I want to be a very, very successful business owner. I'm going to speak that into existence, right? I want to be the best mom ever. I believe I'm already doing a good job, but I can be better, right? I want to be the best wife, the best daughter. So all those things you can speak. And let me see what you all have said, because I'm going on a tangent. Good afternoon, Ruthie, this and that. If it never was revealed, the person would have kept doing it over and over. That's the same thing I was saying, Frank. I was like, I'm just convinced that the person would have kept doing it over and over, because they did it for years and years. They did it for years. And it was only because the young lady told her parent, and the parent came and addressed it, and the person was exposed and asked to go to counseling, I believe, No, they were asked to go to counseling and to sit down for the 2 years, and then they got back up. Now it came back up now, 2024. But it just looks like, you know, it just looks like a lot of things are starting to happen now, you all. It just looks like a lot of people that were in these leadership positions, and I'm not just trying to attack anybody specifically. In fact, I am not attacking anybody. I'm just saying it just looks like a lot of people that some people have put on the pedestal, they starting to fall, these chips are starting to, things are starting to come out. And I'm not saying that any of these people should be put on a pedestal, because we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes. Every last one of us. We're all going to make mistakes. But again, that goes to show me and remind me that God does not look at one person over another. And to be honest with y'all, I don't either. Like, if you celebrities, like when people be like, oh, celebrity status, in my mind, I don't see that person as any different than me. I'm like, yeah, they might be a celebrity, they might be on movies, they might be doing whatever. But if I were to ever walk up to somebody like that, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you're the best. I just be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, because to me, you put your pants on the same way I do. You put your pants on the same way I do. You're a person, and I see you as an equal. I do. And I know that with a lot of the stuff that's coming out, some people are looking at these figureheads and they're just like wowed because of things that they're doing. But a sin is a sin is a sin, you all. A sin is a sin is a sin. Everybody falls short of that. And when I hear that term too, also everybody falls short, I just think, I'm like, if you use that, everybody falls short of the goodness of God. Just for people who are doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing, and then they keep on using, oh, everybody falls short of the glory of God. Yeah, but you're not trying to become a better person. You're not allowing the Lord to intercede and to work with you, because you just want to cover up that thing that you're doing and then camouflage it and say, oh, a sin is a sin. Oh, no, oh, everybody falls short. Yeah, we all do fall short. We all do fall short. But I think, you got to take accountability for your actions. You got to take accountability for your actions. And I know in the situation that I just used, that person probably will. I mean, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but that person can, especially if they have a sincere heart, and they will be forgiven by God. That's the beauty of this whole conversation. But that person, as far as that young lady's family is concerned, I don't really know what their restoration process looks like, and if they will forgive, or if they will forget, or if they will do whatever. But I'm just saying, God is not like us. I'm glad he is not like us. I'm glad he's not like me, because I would not want to be the judge of everybody and try to figure out, and I just would not want to. I would not want to have that responsibility. So I'm just glad God is God and I'm Andrea, because I don't have to make those tough decisions. I don't have to make those tough decisions. All I have to do is sit right here and be a child of God, and allow the Holy Spirit to lead and guide me. So I don't know. I guess this conversation is about accountability and not did I miss you all something? Okay. Accountability and forgiveness and not being judgmental. And I know you all might be like, hey, Andrea, some people need to be called out. Some people need to be judged. And I know also we're supposed to go to each other, right? I'm talking about the body of Christ now. You're supposed to go to somebody if they've offended you, or if they've done something wrong, and you're supposed to come together and, share in those burdens and those experiences with others and help them. So let me ask you all a question. If you are, and I just want to see where your thoughts are with this, if you're willing to answer. If you know that somebody is doing something, if you know somebody's doing something wrong, right? If you know somebody's doing something wrong, are you the type of person that will go to them and have a conversation, a tough conversation, because it's going to be a tough conversation. Are you going to be the one that goes and have a tough conversation with this person? Because sometimes people are doing stuff and they may not realize that they're doing wrong, number one. Number two, they may just continue to do what they're doing because they don't think it's it's bothering anybody else, or they don't think that it's a big deal, so they're going to keep doing it, or they don't think they're going to get caught in whatever it is that they're doing. So you said nope. Frugal mama, no. And I don't know, I could guess, like, I think it depends on that person. I like that quick nope though, Frugal Mama. Oh my God, I told y'all I was gonna be off. It's 1:20. And then I'm gonna leave. Frank, you laughing? I know because that's hilarious. Frugal Mama came in real sharp. No, I think I know why you said that. Because sometimes, quite honestly, some people may take offense to you jumping into their life. It's their personal business, not your business. But are we supposed to be like a little responsible for? I don't know, you all. I need to think about this one, because while I feel like I would, I don't know. I don't know. I might be more on a nope. I just pray for them unless it's something real bad. Oh, Evelyn, you still in here. Thank you for commenting, Evelyn. Yeah, maybe that's Evelyn might have came in with the key. You just pray for them. Pray for them and mind your business, because it ain't your business. And I will say this: if you feel led, like if the Spirit of God, this is my answer. I believe I will mind my business. I'm going to mind my business unless God presses upon me to go have a conversation with that person. That's the only time I'm going to jump in it, because it's not my business. And like I said, I don't want to be the person that's trying to judge anybody. That's not my job. That's all up to God. But if God tells me that, and this might be for somebody, maybe God spoke something to you and you're supposed to go say something to somebody. So if you believe God is telling you to go have a conversation with somebody, man, pray about it first and then ask the Lord to guide your footsteps, lead your words in that conversation, and then you go have a conversation. But if he don't say nothing, don't even move. Just leave it alone. Because they say everything that's hidden in the dark is going to come to light. So eventually it's going to come out. I just pray for them. Evelyn, it definitely depends on the situation. I agree with you, Evelyn. Some people are a little crazy if you say something. That's the other thing too, Frank. Some people, the marbles may not be all up there, or the staircase might not be complete, and you go in there trying to mind somebody else's business, you might get yourself hurt, or something else, can happen. So yeah, I say I'm on the side of mind your business. I've been on that side most of my life, but mind my business. I mind my business, because you know what? If you're minding your business, that's enough. That is enough. When I'm minding my own business, that is enough. I have a full plate of business to manage. So I don't need to worry about what somebody else got going on. And I think as I'm talking to you, I was just like walking myself through that conversation that I had with my husband. He just brought a different perspective, and I didn't share it. I'm sure I didn't share it exactly I could have shared it in a better way, but I was trying my best not to mind somebody else's business and tell that story, because that's something, if you all have seen it, then you've seen it. If you haven't, you have not. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why I shared that, but it led to this part of the conversation. So here we are. Some people are, oh, I just will pray for that person. That's the best bet. I think you all are right on target with that. Frugal Mama kicked it off. Nope. Mind your business. Evelyn, pray for that person. You mind your business. It depends on the situation. So Evelyn and Frank gave us good information or good advice. That's to pray for that person. And I say the same thing. I say, mind your business, pray for that person, because God knows how to reach that person. You don't have to go over there slaying people, not in this instance. And this, they probably gonna be like, who are you anyway to come tell me? So I don't know. I think it's a certain order. So yeah, but I do believe if God tells you to do it. And how do you know? You're going to get that feeling. You might, and if you get it the first time, you might be second guessing, like, is this something I'm thinking I'm supposed to do? Or is this something I'm supposed to do? God told me to do. Just keep seeing if you get that feeling, because it's going to press down on you. Like it's a heavy, it feels a heavy burden. That's at least how I felt when I was supposed to go tell somebody something. I felt a heavy, like a heavy weight. And I knew I was supposed to do it. I was like, man, I guess I got to go tell them. Gotta go tell this person. I wanted to mind my business, but God didn't want me to mind my business. And he kept pressing and pressing and pressing. That's how I knew. And then finally I was like, okay, I'm gonna go tell him. And then once I did, that load it was just like, I was floating. I was like, woo! This how I feel to be obedient. I was floating. And that person didn't lash out at me either, because they knew. And I'm just saying, they knew, because God orchestrated that whole thing. He wasn't gonna put me in the den of lions. If I was supposed to do what he wanted me to do, he cleared the path for me. I was supposed to go over there and say what I said. I said it. I was a little nervous about it. I was like, God, I don't know. You're going to have to tell me what to say. I said it, and I was like, whoo, I can breathe. And this person was like, you are right. That's how I knew God was in it. I didn't have any conflict. I didn't have any lashing out. Nobody wanted to punch me. They just was like, okay, you're right. But now, so yeah, listen to God. That's all you got to do. Only time I will say something if it got to do with my child and my family. Yep, pray for them. I agree. Pay attention to if God is speaking to you. But after that, I think it depends on who the person is and who you are to them. Yep, I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that. Because sometimes, have you all been in a situation where God may have told you to go tell a stranger something? Like they're a complete stranger. Like you don't even know. You've never seen this person in your life, but this person, crossed your path, and I've not had that experience. I'm just wondering if some of you in the chat have ever had that experience. And then I'm gonna go, it's an hour and 26 minutes. I had people vaping around me, and it was so weird. My sister still does it, but she's an adult. I just mind my business and don't get involved in it. Yeah, Evelyn, I think you're doing the right thing, because God will intervene. Like if that's something, you just mind your business. Mind your business. And if it bothers you, just remove yourself from the situation. That's what I think I would do. I would remove myself from that situation, or I'll say, I don't particularly like being around this, but that person does what they want to do. We all have the freedom to choose what we want to do. So if it makes you uncomfortable, though, just remove yourself. And if you can't remove yourself from that situation and it's really irritating, you say, hey, can you consider doing that later? Or, say it in a nice way. Can you consider doing that when you're not around me? Then that person may say, you know what, I'm sorry. I didn't know that I was being offensive, or I didn't know that you didn't like this. Even though, like, I don't know too many people who want to have smoke and stuff blowing in their face or whatever. But yeah, that's what you can do. And let me read your last comments, you all, then I'll let y'all go, because it's time. It's been time. I had people, sometimes we are in the best position to speak to that person. Sometimes we are. And that's what I'm saying, LP. Like sometimes it is for you to do it. Like God wants to use you to be in that, to speak to that person, because maybe that person, maybe that person admires you and respects what you have to say. And then you will be the best person to talk to them, right? Because they may not, somebody else coming to them, they might be like, oh, whatever, be quiet, be quiet. I'm not, don't talk to me. Who are you? But you might come and say the same exact thing, and that person is receptive because it came from you. So I agree with that. You can be the best person in that situation. So all I'm saying is, if you're led by God to do it, do it. Just do it. Just do it. Good job not getting involved, Evelyn. That stuff is bad. Good job, Evelyn. Don't do it. LP said, I have been guilty of being a little coarse with my approach. So I appreciate the idea of asking God to guide you. Yeah, I'm sure we all like, yeah, I definitely, I can relate to that. Like, I know I don't have all the right words to say in my own strength. Like I might say something and it's going to come off as being mean. It might come off as being really, is callous the right word? Callous or choppy or aggressive, or just like, man, she was real straight to the point with that one, wasn't she? It could come off any way like that. I would never, and my intentions would never be to do that to somebody and not be mean. Like I'm definitely not trying to be mean. Like I would just be trying to be truthful with that person. But sometimes I realize but I'm trying to be truthful. Insensitive, that's a great word. Thank you, Frugal Mama. Well, if I'm trying to reach somebody, I want to reach them, and I want to do it in a manner that they're going to be receptive, because otherwise, what reason do I have to come up and approach you and say things in a way that you're going to be uncomfortable with? So that's why that's a good word, Frugal Mama. You can't be insensitive. And I think also that's why somebody earlier said it's best, I think it was LP, like, if depending on the relationship you have with that person, you can't just walk up to everybody. So don't do that. But if you have a good relationship with that person, and you just feel it, like, oh man, I can't even sleep at night because I know I'm supposed to go tell this person something. You got to do it. Evelyn, I did so much volunteer work when I was younger, and I think everyone should experience that. I absolutely love volunteer work now. I love helping in any way. It just really makes me so happy. That's great. So you are, you like to serve. You like to serve. It's about service for you. That's great, Evelyn. Right, Frugal Mama? It can be insensitive. Yeah. So that's what I say. Just when you approach somebody like that, just make sure that you are doing it with the right spirit. That's what it is. Make sure you're doing it with love. You just make sure when you're approaching somebody, it's not because you're trying to make yourself look good. You're not like, oh, I'm coming over here to chop them down just because I can, right? I'm coming over to give them a piece of my mind. No, you want to do it in love. You want to have the right approach when you come up to people. You don't want to just come up to people any kind of way. You want to, pray about it first. I'm telling you, pray about it. Ask the Lord to clear that pathway, because if he does not, that's going to be a tough road to travel. Telling you. So make sure you pray about it, like everybody said. Consider the relationship you have with this person. Say it in love. That's the number one. Say it in love, right? That's awesome, Evelyn. Good for you. Great experience. Okay. All right, you all. I went over my time, and I'm appreciative that you all stayed in here with me this long, because I said an hour. We had an hour and 31 minutes. Awesome chat as always. Thanks for sharing. I look forward to your Be Yourself kickoff short. All right, LP, is that your way of reminding me? I'm going to do it. Take care, everyone. All right, everybody. Have a good evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be doing a vertical live again. We'll see what the conversation is going to be about. Who knows? Only God. That's perfect. In the right spirit and with love. Yep. And that's how we'll end it. Do it with love and be in the right spirit, and make sure you are not trying to do it for personal gain. Just like, I want to go off on this person. No. Do it the right way. Right? And be a blessing to somebody, you all. All right. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Again, we kicking off the Be Yourself Challenge. So maybe that's what the live is going to be about tomorrow, you all. It's going to kick off the Be Yourself Challenge. Now I don't have to think about the topic. Perfect. Okay, Evelyn says when one chapter closes, another one opens. That's right. That's right. Evelyn, if you want to be a part of the challenge, join us. Join us. All right. Anybody else? Any questions, comments, concerns before I go? If you have a live coming up, maybe I can pass the torch. Anybody have a live coming up? Anybody have any videos that are coming on later on? Let me know. Have a great day and week, everyone. LP, you coming back tomorrow? Because you said have a great week, like you're not going to return. And I'm just asking. I'm asking for the community. I'm asking for the people, LP. Bye, y'all. Bye, Evelyn. Okay. Be Yourself Challenge. Tomorrow is starting. See y'all tomorrow. That's what the live is about tomorrow. Be yourself. Okay. Have a good evening. See you later. Ta-ta. What's another one? Arrivederci. All right. Have a good day, everybody.